You're going to take us out to the spring switch.
Right.
The car is going to come by us.
Alright, 6119, 2168.
Don't hit Ed.
Yeah, oh, I won't.
You'll dent the car.
Yeah. I can tell by that look in his face.
Oh, yeah. Give him a couple of rays.
This does have some pickup.
Oh, yeah. Now, were you in bus operation down at DC?
DC,
How
yeah.
many years?
I was for 21 years.
Oh, neat.
In fact, I got the first award Metro ever gave for sensitivity to the needs of the handicapped.
Oh, that's great. Good for you.
Yeah. That was in '83.
What lines did you work?
I worked the extra board out of Northern Division for a long time. Then I worked the 60 line, which used to be the streetcar line.
Oh, wow.
Then from there I went to the J2 and J4.
Hang on for 1 second. 7407 to dispatch. We're just clearing 2187. I assume we're clear up 28th Street.
That's Roger, Crash, you got it.
All right, you keep going.
So, you know, I worked, after I worked the 60 line, I worked well, actually I worked the J6 that used to be from Silver Spring down to Federal Triangle.
Oh, okay.
Then I worked,
Is that 16th Street?
that was New Hampshire Avenue, and then 5th Street Northwest.
Okay.
And then I did work 16th Street for a while.
That must have been a busy line.
Yeah, the S2, yeah. And worked the J2, J4, and then my last, the last place I worked was the VA
Okay.
out to Burtonsville. And let's see, Burtonsville, I used the articulated buses, and on the J2 and J4 I used
Oh,
articulated.
those things like to drive.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I loved them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
I loved operating those more than I did the standard 40-foot.
Well, you did, my wife and I live in Columbia.
Okay.
My wife works in, actually at One Discovery Place down in Silver Spring.
Oh, okay.
And I work in Towson, so we go opposite
Directions, yeah.
But she takes 29 right into downtown Silver Spring.
Yeah.
I guess that was that the route you took to
Uh-huh. It was
Burnsville?
29, yeah. So Silver Spring went out 29.
You must have sat in a lot of traffic.
Oh, yeah. And then you made a left turn, a right turn. I can't think of the name of the road now. But it's right there. Oh, shoot, what is that place called? I can't think of the name of the road now.
In downtown Silver Spring?
No, where it ended up out in Burtonsville. There's
Around Route 198 or?
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
It was Route 198.
Gotcha.
I went too far that time.
That's all right. Just letting you know it's a way.
Yeah, Ed has a cow. I remember that. I won't ride with him anymore.
Oh. Yeah, it's a toughie. He's got a big heart.
Yeah.
He's got that. You should have met his father. You'll see exactly why he's the way he is.
Really?
His father was the consummate German hard ass.
Oh.
Nice guy. I mean, great guy. We're gonna hold up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, his dad was not someone you would want to mess with.
Yeah.
7407, just out here, 28th Street. Are we clear to come back?
Yes, sir, 5 minute crash.
Roger that.
Like 1
This is a neat car. But, you know, the brakes are very similar to bus brakes.
Yep.
Because you have to go down and come back.
Okay. So did you ever operate on the Metro at all, or are you just purely bus?
No. I did get to operate Metro Rail before they got real strict about it.
Okay.
Because I knew a couple of the bus drivers from the division
Right.
that went down to the rail, and when they first put the rail in, I got to operate from Farragut North up into, at the time they were turning back at DuPont Circle.
That must have been fun.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
It was. And then I got to operate back out to Farragut North.
Hi, dispatcher, car 2168 over.
And then
2168.
the real exciting thing was one time a guy that I used to follow on the J line, when he went down to the rail, he had me to come up to the front, and because I was in the front car, and so he had opened the door and had me come in, and I operated from not Union Station, from Stadium Armory,
Okay.
Armory,
All right.
all the way to New Carrollton.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I got off there, I was like having the vapors. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I did get to operate them.
That's neat.
And that was a 6-car train.
Go ahead, dispatch.
7407, you do have permission back to North Avenue from 28th Street, over.
Copy that. WPBF 242 clear.
So it was exciting.
Did you copy that, Carl? Battery's gone on this thing. I'll tell you the neatest rail fan experience I ever got was one of Harry Donahue's Friends of the Philly fan trips out in San Francisco. We had gone out on the trackless Charlie charter, and then we chartered one of the double-ended St. Louis cars that got out there. And I was hanging out with Bob Hughes. I don't know if you heard him estimate today.
Yeah.
Bob invited me out to dinner with one of his buddies who was the head of the Cable Car Operators Union. And I didn't know. He was the guy who was sort of assigned to babysit the charter. Let's just say that this guy was, I think, more interested in me than just as a real buddy.
Okay!
Now, I was very kind. It's like, I'm just here to ride cars and I have a girlfriend. But then he looks at me and he winks and says, well, I've got something even more special for you. And I'm thinking, oh boy.
Jesus.
And he drives me to California Street, and he gets off, and we find this cable car, number 60, and it's being driven by this big Japanese fellow named Al. He gets out of his car and he winks it down and says, this guy's a buddy of mine, I want you to afford him every courtesy. It's about 8 o'clock at night. I'm still thinking, oh, I hope nothing weird happens here. Sunrise Val's a great guy. He and his conductor, I was on their car all night, just having a ball, just going up and down the hills. 1 a.m. they make their last run, and it's dead. There's the traffic lights are blinking, there's no one around. And he gets down the hill from Chinatown into Center City, downtown. And there's probably about 7 or 8 blocks from the point where it gets level until the end of the line. And he pulls up to the next intersection and stops the car. And he goes and sits down. And he says to me, go ahead. You're next. You're
On the cable car.
cable.
Oh, no.
Walter, I got to operate this car for 6 blocks.
Oh.
And let me tell you something. It was
On the street
On the
with
street.
traffic all around.
well. Granted, it was nobody around.
Yeah.
Thank God.
But it was
Let me
on the
tell
street?
you, it was
Yeah.
on the street. I had more fun doing that than anything I've ever done in this hobby. And I tell you, those things were hard to operate. I mean,
Oh, I'm sure.
I went to push the brake down and nothing happened. I mean, I had to throw my whole body into it.
Yeah.
The grip, I mean, that thing, when it's gripping, you're
Yeah.
giving your full strength.
You're
It's
gripping,
just brute mechanical force.